Hey viewers, welcome to Real Astrology. Once again, I'm Manita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about Venus's transit into the sign of Capricorn. Yes, happened on the 8th of December, and it's going to be till the 30th of December. And would be again moving into Capricorn sign from the 27th Feb onwards, which I will be definitely taking up again in the next video, closer to the time. But today I'm going to be talking about Venus's transit through Capricorn for this segment from the 8th till the 30th of December. It's an important transit. Why? Because it's firstly in the sign of Capricorn, friendly sign, conjunct Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn sign, and is going to go retrograde here as well. It's going to go retrograde and coming back to the Sagittarius sign. So how is it going to be impacting all the 12 ascendants or the moon signs I'll be covering today? And retrograde, of course, I will be taking up in another video because that also requires some attention. So I'll be taking up separately. If you want to really watch what was the condition of Venus in Sagittarius sign, I have already made the video. Please go back and check. I will be pinning it down in the description box, the link to it, so that they can watch that. It's an important one. So here what is happening, Venus is our resources, relationship, finances, love, art, beauty, culture, priorities, values. So this Venus, when enters the sign ruled by Saturn, the strict disciplinarian structure, boundaries, so you become very responsible. You focus on your commitments, partnership, goals, even more. You are doing it already, but it is more on these areas right now with Venus in this disciplined sign of the value systems. They actually are towards commitment more rather than being on the superficial level. So this is the time to renegotiate the terms of both your personal and professional relationships also, and you will be feeling the energies even more now. You'll be receptive to the energies around you. You will understand people better. You'll be able to see through people even more in relationships, especially. It's the time to form a chemistry. You're going to be defining the relationship well during this time. It's in the natural zodiac, the 10th sign. This is the house of karma. What exactly are you doing? So when Saturn, being the karma karak, also forming a Sastra yoga in the sky, is very strong here and is here from a long time. So this will enhance or beautify the place where you're working, or you will go in for some change depending on your dasha, mahadasha, and where your Venus is placed in your natal chart. So you should check all that. Here, Venus and Saturn both are aspected by Rahu, and Venus is ruler of the 2nd and the 7th house in the natural zodiac, which are the 5 and 10 places away from where Venus is. It's moving towards Taurus sign, and then comes the Libra sign. Rahu is seated in Venus's sign, and Rahu is looking at this Venus. So there can be that it can give you some illusion, delusion, and seclusion from the right path. Because Rahu, whenever looks at a particular zone, it actually confuses you as to what you want to do basically in that particular zone where it is indicative of. Now, see where your Capricorn sign is yourself and see how your things are moving. So if you're running through Rahu Dasha also, so this transit becomes very important because Rahu is forming a connectivity with Saturn and Venus both. Saturn is the karma karak after all. So whenever Rahu looks at Saturn and Venus, so it amplifies those zones. You will be getting attracted to people more. You will be getting attracted to bigger things, bigger picture, bigger vehicles. You want a bigger job, a better job. So all that is because of the Rahu energy, because Rahu is a very materialistic planet. And now all this is getting impacted by this Rahu energy even more. Now we have to see what degrees are the planets. Okay, when the degrees are very important. Now when Rahu is aspecting these planets, Saturn and Venus, the degrees are not that closer. I use the true nodes. So as per the true nodes, you can see Rahu is at 7 degrees 29 minutes, but Venus goes retrograde at 2 degrees or 2 degrees approximately, and then comes backwards and gets demoted in the sign of Sagittarius on the 19th of December. From 19th of December to the 29th of January, this Venus is going to be in retrogression, is going to be in the sign of Sagittarius all through. I will be making a separate video for sure. So here what is happening when Saturn and Venus is also the glam industry. You know, there can be some negative news also we can hear about the glam industry, the film industry, the Bollywood, Hollywood, fashion industry. It is definitely going to beautify things, but there can be that we hear some news that we can hear about. So on one-on-one level, how this transit is going to be impacting us, I'll be sharing with you. Do check the Nakṣatra transits also of this Venus, because Venus is going to be in Uttarashada Nakṣatra, Capricorn Navmansha also, which is called the Vargottama, because it is going to be from 0 degrees to 3 degrees 20 minutes. It's going to be in Capricorn Navmansha also. So in Uttarashada Nakṣatra, Sun's Nakṣatra, which is why, you know, it is not that comfortable placement. So it amplifies the energies. Like it, Vargottama means that it is going to give the results even more, like whatever results, good, bad, ugly, it's going to give the results even more when it is double the impact in Navmansha also. In Sagittarius sign, you know, it is like more industrious, but in Capricorn, it is more on the serious side. It's a very good time for the people who are working, who are ambitious, who are at the authority. So they will definitely be making some deep and some really major decisions during this time, and some policy making as well. Financials, you're going to be planning all that. So let's start with the predictive and see how this Venus transit is going to be for one and all. So to start with, Venus for Aries natives. For Aries natives, this Venus is going to be transiting through your 10th house. See, Venus is a very friendly and an affectionate planet, though it's losing its Digbal, being the lord of the 2nd and 7th. So this is like going to be bringing about some career growth, some new prospects coming your way. You're going to be very ambitious right now, and you're going to be mixing with people also. You're going to be planning something major, something big, something which brings about some major changes in your work and work profile. Some foreign income coming your way. In relationship also, in financials also, there is an elevation which can be expected. So what is happening here? Rahu is aspecting your 10th house. There can be some confusion with the colleagues, with the partner. There can be some financial crunch, or there can be wrong decisions related to your financials. So that you have to be taking care of, because Rahu is in Venus's sign after all. So some inclination towards making money by unfair means, that is also quite likely. So you have to tame those energies and you'll be able to sail through this transit. So the best remedy for you is do the Saraswati chant, and you should donate something in white, maybe rice, sugar, curd, that you can do only on Fridays. Things will get a little better for you. Okay, depending on your personal chart, where Venus is from your Venus, natal Venus, your birth chart Venus, you know, where it is placed, what dasha you're in, where Venus is transiting from there. Suppose your Venus is in the 3rd house, so this is the 8th house transit for you. So that can cause some problems, and in your work also, and in relationship also, in financials also. So that you have to be taking care of. Okay, if at all your Venus is forming a 6-8 relationship. Okay. Coming to Taurus sign. For Taurus natives, the Venus is going to be transiting your 9th house and is aspected by Rahu. You'll be energizing this zone by expanding your horizons. You're going to be thinking big. You're going to be attracting bigger things. You would be able to now look at things in a very different manner. Public relation work, promotion, your endeavors are going to be paid off. Your relationship with the people, foreigners, travels, these things are going to get enhanced. They're going to get better. If at all you are going to be beginning a new romance, so this definitely is going to be very positive for you. Venus is entertainment also. Entertainment, that is why entertainment industry can suffer because of Saturn. Saturn is a very detaching kind of a planet. It can give some delays and frustration in those zones where it represents, you know, Venus represents. So here, but the positive thing is that Saturn is your luck lord also. Your Lagnesh and luck lord together is forming a great yoga here. So you definitely have that divine grace, and whatever you will start, whatever you will initiate, will definitely reach its destination. So this is the time to plan everything well, being the sixth lord also in the ninth. So this can bring about some relief from your disease, loans, debts, enemies, and things are going to get better. Very good time for financial growth. Utilize it till the time it gets retrograde and comes back to your 8th house. At least those many days from the 8th of December to the 19th of December. This is the time, or we can say 18th of December, because it goes stationary also. So you better utilize this transit when it is transiting here. To enhance your luck, you should do Sri Shuktam. You can do Kanakdhara Stotram. You can get it online. It's very good for your luck enhancement. Goddess Lakshmi actually blesses you. So do this, because Rahu energy is also there. So you have to be careful that you do not follow the wrong path. Do not take the wrong path. Do not get carried away. This is going to be a very powerful transit for you, for sure. Okay. Coming to Gemini sign. For Gemini natives, this transit is happening over your 8th house. As you can see, your 6, 8, 12 are heavily impacted because of the planets in these zones. So whatever you will do, you have to go through some hiccups, some hurdles, and then it will get to completion. So it takes a lot of energy and time of yours, and you feel quite, depleted in energies also. You feel that nothing is working your way. All that is there. But this is going to be giving you some financial gain, boost in your relationship, some intimate connection, whatever differences that you have been having with your partner, that's going to get a little better. And you're going to work through those relationship now, even on a serious plane. This definitely will be giving you some deeper union with your partner. It's not going to be anymore a superficial kind of a thing. And you're definitely coming across somebody from the overseas. Rahu is looking at this zone. So there can be some foreign journeys, foreign travels, maybe, and you meet somebody during your journeys is also quite likely. But this is not that good transit for health, because Rahu is also looking here. Saturn is as it is here. Ketu, Mars, Sun, as you can see, Mercury is leaving the zone. I will be making a separate video of that also. So Ketu, Mars, Sun in the 6th house. So diseases are there, but they'll be getting cured also because of Sun being the Dhanvantri. So the best remedy for you is do the Kanakdhara Stotram, do the Shri Suktam, do Saraswati chants. These are very good. Donate as much as you can. Black gram. You can donate even something, like rice, sugar. You can donate, and that will be good for your health. Actually, the more you donate, the better your health gets. Okay. Coming to Cancer sign. For Cancer natives, this transit happens over your 7th house, being the ruler of the 11th and the 4th. So this is definitely very positive for you, because it's ruling the good houses, and it is going to be transiting a good house also. 7th house transit definitely enhances your connectivity with people. You will be entering into a committed relationship. You'll be adapting. You'll be adaptable to your affections, love, negotiations. You want peace around you. You want to get into any kind of serious relationship. You don't want any kind of superficiality or flattery attached to your relationship any longer. There's a Sasa Yoga forming for Saturn also being in the Kendra, aspected by Rahu, because Saturn is Digbali also here for you, and it is going to be giving you very, very good results because of the Sasa Yoga also. So Venus is going to be in Navmansha also. When Venus is transiting here in Uttarashada Nakṣatra, it's going to be Virgottama, because the first charan falls in Capricorn. So this is like double the impact of this zone. So to get into a relationship, seriousness in relationship, all that is going to happen. You're going to be very serious about your financials also, shifting your job, shifting your place where you're living, buying a new vehicle. All that is going to happen with this transit. But you have to be taking care of your mood swings. In your romance, you can have some detaching energies as well. because Saturn is also a very detaching planet and Ketu is in your 5th house of romance. But your creativity is going to be without bounds. So that is something which is really very positive. So you can do the chant Om Namah Shivaya Om, and you can do Shri Suktam, Lakshmi Stotram. Donations, if you want to, then you can donate rice, sugar on Fridays. That will be really helpful for you. Okay, so definitely a very positive transit for you. For Leo natives, this transit is happening over your 6th house, being the lord of the 10th and 3rd. So this will give you some happy and harmonious work environment. You're going to be having very good relationship with your co-workers, with your seniors, bosses. You might initiate a romance also at the workplace. You can become very lazy though, and you're going to be having a lot of entertainment in your life. In case you were having trust issues, that is also going to get a little better. You'll be coming out of those as well. Rahu is looking here, so you have to be a little extra careful about your speech, about your health. Take care of your lower abdominal region. You can have some confusion with your co-workers also because of Rahu's presence there. So even if, it's good, but at the same time, it is forming a balancing, it's negating it or neutralizing that impact because of Rahu's presence in the 10th house. Some change can be anticipated. Maybe you're sitting for some competitive exam. So that is also very good for you, very positive for you for that reason. But from its own zone, it's the 10th house rulership this Venus holds. So it can lead to some change of job, change of place also. You can maybe buy a new vehicle in case you're thinking of some financial decisions you're going to be making now. Okay, so do chant Shri Suktam, or you can chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om 108 times. So, and donate sugar and rice on Fridays. It is good for you. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. For Virgo natives, Venus is going to be transiting your 5th house, being the lord of the 9th and 2nd. So this definitely is very positive for your love relationship. You are going to be having in that entertaining and playful mood most of the times with this transit. Of course, Saturn is there, so Saturn is a detaching energy. Saturn is coldness also. You're not aggressive in your approach, but yeah, you can be a little aloof from all this, whatever is happening. So creativity, self-expression, all that is going to be very positive, and you're going to be having a very cheerful and a very positive approach towards life also during this time. You will change your approach, you change your persona, change your perception towards people will change. And surely this is the triangle house for you, and both the planets are positive for you. So it's definitely good for competitive exams, for relationship, for investments, for travels, for journeys, for initiation of anything new. Relationship also you can initiate. Rahu is looking at this zone, not to forget that. So there can be some illusion, delusion, confusion which this Rahu can form. So donate 4 coconut, the red ones. You should donate in the temple in a religious place, or you can give it to your priest. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. For Libra natives, your Lagnesh is going to be transiting your 4th house and also the 8th house ruler. You're going to be focusing more on your home, family. You're going to be having some very good relationship with your partner. You're going to be very sentimental, nostalgic, because you're going to be attaching with your family members even more. You're going to be in relationship. Initiation of romance is also reflected in retrogression. So that's the time, it will be quite unsettled kind of energy till 29th of January. So you have to really be very sharp and understand who's who, what's happening around you before making a major decision. Good time for property matters, to resolve the property matters, buy a new vehicle. All that is definitely very positive. Clustering of planets is happening in your Scorpio sign, the 2nd house. So this is like, you will have a lot of inclination towards savings, investments. At the same time, the plan might just fall apart. So be careful when you're investing. Rahu is in your 8th house. Rahu is looking at your second house as well from there. Now, don't forget that. So it will give you some inclination, or it will lure you to make decisions like these. The best remedy that I can give you is do Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om chant 108 times on Fridays especially. Otherwise, you can do it regularly also. And if you want to donate, you should donate sugar and rice to the needy. It will really help you. Some major decision making will happen now. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, this Venus and Saturn both are going to get conjunct in your 3rd house, so being the lord of the 12th and 7th. This will bring about some connectivity with the foreigners, intellectual pursuits. You're going to be having a lot of inclination towards discussing your interest with your partner, or maybe you come across somebody through your siblings, through your communications, somebody, in your community. During this time, you are more attracted to somebody who is very cheerful, who's very verbal.
Rahu is looking here, so you have to be very careful about your relationship with your siblings, with your neighbors. You can come up with some arguments during this time, or there can be some separative kind of tendencies with them.
So for Sagittarius natives, this Venus and Saturn are conjunct in your 2nd house, being the ruler of the 6th and the 11th. So this will bring about a lot of expenditures. Expenditures could be on things which you really don't need. So you have to be really careful about that as well. And 2nd house is the feeling of home. You feel a little restless also when it comes to money, because you're more inclined to spend, so don't be spendthrift. You might just land up into buying smaller things but spending bigger amounts. So that you have to be really careful about. Focus on the smaller, simple pleasures of life rather than going in for the bigger ones, which give you happiness. At the end of the day, you feel the vacuum again. So you should look for simple, smaller pleasures of life and enjoy them. Okay, you might find yourself in a position in which there is a blending of financial matters with social and public affairs. There is a stability now in love matters and relationships also. You're going to be improving those areas of life as well. So investments is also quite likely, with Mercury also leaving the zone of 12th house. So this is a good time for making certain decisions regarding your financials. Don't go overboard in your spendings. But yes, for new relationship, I would suggest give it some time, because from the 7th house, planets are in the 6th house from there and 8th house from the 7th house. So which is not considered to be very good for the health of the partner, health of the spouse, connectivity issues, some confusion can be there. Litigation can also come up. So you have to be extra careful. Rahu is looking as it is Venus and Saturn. So there's a lot of maleficence attached to this zone now. With Venus also a lazy planet going with the Saturn, and Rahu also aspecting. So there can be some, complications in relationship which can occur. So advisable is, do not get into any kind of new relationship, and do not split with your partner right now. Give it some time. It's not the right time to do so. Okay. And you should do Shri Suktam, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya chant 108 times. You can do Lakshmi Stotram also. You can get it online. So start doing it from now itself. Okay. For Capricorn natives, Venus, Saturn, they are in the 1st house, and being the ruler of the 5th and the 10th. So this is the Yogakara Graha for this sign, and it is definitely a very positive transit of this Venus. So in the 1st house, you're very receptive to things, you're very romantic, pleasure seeking, and you want to maybe go in for some appearance change also. Going to be joining some mannerism courses, where etiquette courses, you learn about how you can perform in public, how you have to sit, how you have to eat. All that is also quite likely, and how you can change your personality with Venus over your 1st house. That's going to give you at the place of work also. You will find that people are appreciative of you. There's a Sasya Yoga forming. There is a Yoga Karagraha in the first house. So definitely very positive for you. This is the time you will be making some major decisions, creative decisions about your workplace also. It will give you a lot of inclination towards and a lot of energy towards making decisions regarding yourself, your personal self, personal care. Okay, so the best is that you should donate rice and sugar on Fridays once in a week, and you can also start writing something. That is also a very good remedy for you. Shri Suktam is good, Lakshmi chants are good, Saraswati chants are, as a matter of fact, very good for enhancing and building on the energies. Okay, for Aquarius natives, Venus is the Yoga Karagraha and is transiting your 12th house, being the Lord of the 4th and the 9th. So this can give you some foreign journeys, foreign travels. It can also maybe, you come across somebody, some partner while traveling. You will spend more time in seclusion. You don't want to meet people. You can have a stagnant life also. 12th house energies are very, very strong and powerful. You start something new, some sadhana, something which is, going to elevate you and take you to another level. Venus and Saturn in the 12th house zone. You can become very secretive also during this time. Some expenditures which you were not waiting for, you didn't want to, comes up suddenly, and you are spending a lot of money here and there. So you have to be very careful about that as well. Relationship wise, this is a good time for beginning of relationship. Maybe some overseas secret love affairs that can come into limelight as well. So for you, the best chant would be to do Lakshmi Stotram. You can do Shri Suktam also, and you can also donate white things like sugar, milk, or you can donate rice also, 1 kg on every Fridays if you do it. So things start getting much better. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. For Pisces natives, this Saturn and Venus are going to be in your 11th house zone, and Venus exalts here in this sign. So definitely very positive initiation of any kind of friendships, group activities, charitable institutes you can join. Interest is to make others happy right now. You're a very peace loving and a detaching planet, here in the 11th house with Saturn as well there. So you have quite strong and in-depth kind of feelings as to what you should be doing and improvising this relationship. It's very essential. Rahu is also looking here, so you have to be really careful about your financial growth. There can be exponential financial growth, but at the end of the day, you feel that you lost so much instead because of Rahu energy there. So do Rudra Abhishekam, do Shri Suktam. These part you can do. So this is it for all the 12 ascendants or the moon signs. Whichever resonated well with you, please hear both and then decide for yourself. Okay, so take care and God bless. See you soon. That's it.